Okay. Welcome to the LA School of Comedy, everybody. 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. I am your host tonight, Samantha Linderman. It's such a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to do that tonight. And I get to do it with two amazing people. Put your hands together for social media king, Billy Ramirez. Everybody. And we have social media queen producer tonight, the one and only Jennifer Flores. We basically have so much for you here. We do podcasting, we do acting, comedy, writing, everything. So welcome. Who's first time here? I know. I planted people in the audience too. There's so much happening tonight. You never know. It's never the same here. What's going on in the hallway? We don't know. I know children. I work with children. Does anybody have children in their life to any capacity? Give it up for those of us who are shaping the next generation. Am I right? Somebody has to say, stop biting me. Somebody has to say it because mommy's not going to. Hello? Hello? It's okay. You trying to come up here and sing the song that you sing with Sunda? Roby, who can rock and roll? No, he said no. What, K-pop Demon Hunters? Close the door, come on. Come back here, close the door, come on. Thank you. The future generation, everybody. Right here, live. We have kids classes, adult classes. Do you know the song?
What song?
The song you would sing with Sunda. You miss Sunda?
What?
What do you mean? What?
What song?
I don't know, you tell me the song.
I have no idea what's the name.
Okay, what's your favorite song right now?
No.
Are you into K-pop Demon Hunters? Or the other kids at your school? Oh, wow. Okay, so maybe it's just a my school thing. Welcome in, everybody. Take a seat wherever you would like. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Okay. Do you want to say Happy Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Give it up for him right here, you guys. You're going to take a comedy class too. Okay, go play with your sister. Good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. Oh, my God. Kids are still playing with balls. They're still getting up on stage. We're still trying to do the thing. Please close the door. Okay. Close the door behind you. No, don't lock him out. Kids can pick locks anyway. There's nothing like babysitting a kid in the mom's home. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, how much money do we have to burn right now? You know, it's one kid. We're playing hide and seek. He locks himself in his bedroom that has a connecting bathroom. And I'm like, I'm going to die. And the mom's like, he does this all the time. Takes out like a little quarter in her pocket and opens the door. And I'm like, there has to be a better solution than this. But then again, I'm not the parent. But they do call me mom. And that is such a crazy situation where I'm like, okay, if I'm your mom, then why are you talking to me like that? And then I see how they talk to their mom and they talk to their mom like that. But it's not their fault. Who remembers COVID? That shit was crazy. You guys remember? No? Nobody's still COVID testing? That's okay. They're on sale at Walgreens, but I think, whatever. COVID was crazy. I just saw this TikTok where it's like, when will class of 2020 stop talking about not having a graduation? Never! Never, not in a million years. Not in a million years will I stop talking about the zombie freaking apocalypse that took away one of my 5 high school crushes from asking me to the freaking prom. Okay? There's nothing like finding out on FaceTime that you were gonna be asked to prom. There's nothing like it. It was so upsetting. And how do you do that 5 years later? I tried it. Of course I tried it. Of course I was like, hey, remember what you put in my yearbook? We didn't do yearbooks. We put notes in a Ziploc bag. Like, please, can we stop a little bit of empathy at least for 10 years? I know we're almost at 6 years, but 10 years? It was so bad. It was crazy. And we had a drive-through graduation. And for some reason, my public school had the budget to do a life-size cardboard cutout of my principal. And this was not like a beloved individual on campus. And I'm like, well, why did they do this? And for some reason, I just kissed it right on the mouth. And that wasn't COVID friendly. That wasn't COVID friendly. But I did get class clown. And I was so happy about that. There was nothing like being in theater in high school. There's always only one straight boy who's actually bisexual. And he never liked me. You know? You're like, why? Like, I don't know. Why? Because I wasn't Audrey? Because I got called back for the dentist? That's a Little Shop of Horrors joke for everybody, if anybody knows. Yeah, I was a pretty interesting kid. I remember just, this is actually not funny at all, but my older sister told me that, like, I saw Hurricane Katrina on the news and was like, oh my God. I'm like, damn, I'm built different. Like, I see dead people, like, I'm an empath. Like, there's nothing like the ego of a performer, you know what I mean? To, like, hear something like that and be like, wow, I was meant to connect with people. That's a pretty sick and twisted thing to think. And so, yeah, I work with kids now, but I used to work retail. And sometimes I miss it. It was really good crowd work practice. My favorite thing is when people, okay, so you guys don't know where I worked. Okay. So I worked at a really important American establishment that I now, years later, feel comfortable talking about on stage. You guys probably haven't heard of it. It's called Bath and Body Works. And yes, give it up for BBW. Come on. Killing people day by day. People be like, is this one organic? Marshmallow, pumpkin, creme brulee, toes out, summer, is not organic. It's not organic. It's going to kill you. I didn't sign an NDA, so I can say all of this. Don't worry, guys. You're not in on anything. We are live on YouTube. Give it up for our watchers at home, our Instagram people. I remember this woman came in with her. I hope, honestly, husband, I hope that he at least gets 50% of her income. But he was like this big, and she was like this big, just for context, right? And she's shopping, and, like, they always want us to get guys to buy things for themselves, you know, because it actually, like, it's scary, like, when a stray man walks in Bath and Body Works. Like, it's scary for them, but then it's scary to receive that energy of, like, a man coming in and being like, I'm not gay. And I was like, that was the gayest thing I ever saw. Like, I'm not gay. I was like, nobody thought that. Like, please, like, welcome to Bath and Body Works. How can I help you? But this guy, I showed him a scent, and I was like, this is my favorite one, right? And he sniffs it, and he's like, that's for betas. I'm an alpha. That's for betas, I'm an alpha. You're wearing a fedora, your wife's twice your size, and she is paying at the checkout. Am I right, ladies? Am I right, ladies? I come from a loving place. I love men to a fault. All my friends know this. I love men. I think as a comic, you're able to see red. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God, I can't see anything. Like, is this, oh my God, Brennan, what the hell? Give it up for Brennan Weeks, everybody. Fashionably on time right now. I've been killing this whole time. I wish you saw it. I feel so sad for you that you missed the best set ever, probably. Like, this is probably going to get me on Next Comics to watch. That and the oral sex. No, okay. Guys, it's not like that anymore. I love when people talk about that, though, like sexual favors in Hollywood. We have to talk about it. I had this recent epiphany when I was trying to, like, see this man where he was like, I just want you to know, like, I'm a normal person. Like, I'm not going to kill you, which is, like, great, because that's, like, not what killers say, right? I'm not going to kill you. I swear. I'm not going to kill you. Like, you're going to kill me, and I'm going to be in a documentary, and that's how it's going to be my big break. And I'm going to be played by, like, Kristen Stewart. But not Sydney Sweeney, please. Please. If I die tomorrow, guys, don't let Sydney Sweeney play me in the mockumentary about what I could have been. But basically, I realized that he's not even thinking that I could kill him. He's not even thinking, like, he's inviting me to his house. He's like, come listen to the music that I'm going to make. What if I stole your music? What if I killed you in your sleep? You know, I don't know why. I'm just trying to protect more men out there from the baddies on dating apps, because sometimes baddies can be bad. I'm not a murderer, but I know I just said that's what murderers say. But who's ready to see some comedy, some killer comedy tonight, everybody, on a Manic Monday? Thank you for coming out here tonight. I love this guy. He's so hilarious. Put your hands together for the very funny, the very talented. You know him, you love him. Lee Shorts, everybody!
So good to be here again. I'm going to do notes. I gave up on mental notes because when I think back at them, I can't read them very well. So I'm doing regular notes. Okay. But coming over here, I did get a text from my girlfriend. She says, you're not going to talk about me, are you? And I said, it's all made up. I just make it all up. Silence. Okay. And I said, really, it is like that. And I said, but, we've taken a break from each other. It's been like, absence makes the heart grow fonder. We've been experimenting with this, so I haven't seen her in 7 months. Getting fonder every day. She's getting fonder too, so this is working. This is really working. So, but sometimes she says things in anger, and she means every single one of them. She says she was so much happier before she met me, when she lived alone by herself. It's like, okay, ouch. She says, I say when she does stuff like that, I say, go easy on me. I had a hard childhood, and my mom would lock me in the closet in the basement. One time when she bring me up to the basement, I said, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? And she said, I'm sorry. I had to do that because I'd already locked your brother in the closet. All right, fair enough, I guess. But my parents, they were worried when I went to school. They'd get bullied a lot. I had the lisp, the stutter, the dyslexia, all the boxes, really. And so they did decide to do home bullying, which, that's get me ready, So it's like at the table, they'd say, like, what's wrong with your face, your hair? Where'd you get that hat? The garbage? So it built me up a little bit. And one time, though, my dad sat me down. He's like, I think it's wrong. I think it's really wrong to make fun of just you. I think I'm going to do both you and your brother. So that's, that's good. That made sense because he gets both ready. Distribution of ridicule worked for me. But I got an emotional support dog today, and he ran away. Brought him 2 hours. He's gone. I was like, what's going on? And I'm like thinking, well, it was me, I'm sure. And should have got a regular dog, So, but I go on. And then I was thinking, today I went to the dentist, and I realized I caught myself. For the dentist, I frantically brushed my teeth up and down, every which way, mouthwash, everything, going like this a million times. And I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Like somehow it's going to make up for 6 months of hardly brushing my teeth. Just to get the dental hygienist to say, you did a great job. But she doesn't, of course. And she says, you should really do a better job, guaranteed. So I'm done doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. End of story. I substitute teach, less than teacher, pretty much. Lower life form of teacher. Not far above an actual student, like who's an honor student, probably. Because that's what I see. But I'm thinking about getting a new job. This is a questionable joke here. Okay. But so I saw in the corner, abandoned fruit cart. So I thought maybe there's open position there. I could, All right. That was questionable. Okay. All right. Well, the idea is things are hard. Doing the best we can, And I swear, though, prices are going so much. I'm going to charge for shopping, just going in to shop. And I heard about I think Midwest, you open up a bank account, you get a gun for it. You ever hear this? And I'm thinking, that's not a good idea. I could just imagine, opens up the account, realizes he has absolutely no money, but he wants the gun to rob the bank, which seems dangerous. I don't know. Not a good idea. But my girlfriend, she says I'm dumb smart. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what she's talking about. And she says, exactly. She says I almost come up with really good ideas, but then they fall apart. I said, that's not true. Back in Boston, where I'm from, I came up with a really good idea. Okay, I did. And I had a problem with my car, electrical problem, and the high beams wouldn't go off at night, so it was in everybody's eyes, so they hated me for it, of course. And so I decided to put duct tape halfway up both lights, so it wouldn't go in people's eyes. Great idea. Awesome idea. Agreed? Till the cop pulled me over and he thought it was the dumbest idea he's ever seen in his life. I've never seen a cop so angry. He looked at me like, I want to leave you by the side of the road. I want to impound your car. I want you, if I could do a fine for idiocy, I'd give it to you right now. And I said, that's a little extreme, I think. little much. And he's like, get your girlfriend, pick you up. You can tell her you're an idiot. That, I deserve that. And I deserve a lot of things. And she has the right to be angry at me. I break all her things, unintentionally, of course. But they're everywhere. So I don't have a chance. All these porcelain cats all over the house. Everywhere I step, look, it's not fair. I'm the clumsiest person. I deserve what's coming to me. And she says, just when you get in the house, don't move much. Just tiptoe inside and go to your bed and just stay there the whole day. You're not going to break anything because it's dangerous and it's, safer for you not to move for everyone, including the dog, cat, any sort of animals. So I deal with that, I told her, though, I said, she smokes, okay, but only smokes after sex, which, and I said, it's gross. I really find that disgusting. And she said, okay, I'm going to stop, okay? Just support me when I quit smoking. And I said, of course, I'll definitely do that. But just no sex for a while. And I was like, that is not what I wanted to hear at all. But I go on. I didn't, when I was a kid, I didn't even have any imaginary friends. They're hard to make, and honestly, I don't want imaginary friends. I want real friends. I'd rather have no friends than ones that are make-believe. I don't want to be a delusional child at all. But my first dog, he was, I loved him. He ran away, unfortunately, as well. But my mom, she sat me down, and she assured me that it wasn't me. He was probably just went to find a better family, and I should be happy about it. That softened the blow, kind of. Not really, but I go on. And I was asking about I don't understand family trees. I don't understand them at all. I really don't. Who's related to who? How the third cousin, twice, two cousins, three cousins, four? I don't know how they all work. My dad, so I asked my dad, how does it all work? And do we have a good family tree or not? And he said, okay, I'm going to say something that even you can understand. Okay, just this. Think of this. We're a terrible family tree. There's people that fell out of the tree, removed from the tree, wouldn't want to go back in the tree, never go back in the tree. Probably our tree should have been cut down a long time ago. And dogs peed on our tree. Okay, okay, that really boosts up my self-esteem, really. And I finally said my first words, and then my mom said, that's enough out of you, young man. It was tough. But last week it was rough, as usual. I did get another car accident. They gave me a rental car. Kind of accident with the rental car, scraped up, and I didn't get that insurance that they give. So I was trying to think about what to do, and there's muds in the back of my house, and I just took it through mud, caked on the mud, put the scratches on, brought it in. Great idea, till they washed it, and it wasn't. So, but yeah, that didn't work very well. But things just don't, and I accept that. That's me being me. Okay, but I go on, and but I'm thinking about getting another dog, maybe. Actually, I'm thinking about 2 dogs. Okay, a regular dog, emotional support dog. So that next time, if the regular dog runs away, I get the emotional support dog help me get through it. See, I'm thinking. That works. But thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks. You can find me YouTube Lee Shorts, like shorts. Okay. This is too tall for me. But it's good for you, so. Yes. All right. We are twins. He's my fourth cousin. It always flips around on me. What's up with that? It's hard to go up all the way from there. No.
Okay.
No. Okay, I just can't reach.
You can do anything you set your mind to.
All right. Okay.
Tilt it the other way.
Just for a day.
Why is it so loose all the time?
Out of
Ready?
bed
Okay.
in the morning for hours.
Give it up for Lee Shorts, everybody! Yeah, take your physical notes, your beautiful notes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I almost killed Annabelle in the front. Give it up for the front row. Beautiful lady in the front row. Baddie night, baddie night. You said a really, okay, and give it up for Lee Shores, everybody. He's so hilarious. Check him out. He's on YouTube, Instagram, like everywhere. Like TikTok, you gotta say it all. I'm so negative. You gotta say more. You said a really kind of triggering D word for me, which is dentist. And fuck a dentist, dude. Fuck a dentist. I mean, I would for the money. No, stop. I would stay with the dentist for the money. But I mean, fuck a dentist. As soon as my dentist started having Fiji water in the waiting room, I was like, this isn't the place for me. This is not the place for me. Suddenly, I'm asking him to do a podcast with my mouth open and him inside my mouth. How does that happen, Hunter White? How does that happen? My mom had to chaperone me the next time because I got carried away. I just like put my credit card down and he goes, you want to know how much it is? I'm like, no. Big ballin' at the dentist. I think I'm one of the only people who was hospitalized after their wisdom teeth. So I think I'm allowed to be upset at the dentist. My face is looking like the fucking guy from The Godfather. Black and blue, all this shit. He's like, this happens sometimes, take a bath. Now I'm dirty? Like, it was bad. Like, I had a fever and shit. He's like, have you eaten ice cream? I took the Oxy you gave me and I threw it up and now I'm upset. Like, I thought I was at least gonna try Oxy with my mom. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna get one excuse to like have one crazy, moment. It was crazy and I was on the heart floor and so all the doctors at the hospital were like, anytime I would start complaining, because they put me on steroids, I was angry. I was like, I couldn't vape. I'm like all messed up in the hospital bed. And I'm like so mad. And the doctors are like, well, actually, technically this thing's happened. It's a surgery. And I got so mad. I was like, I need to see a psychiatrist right now. Like, it was crazy. It was really crazy. But shout out Cedars. I mean, look how great I look now. The worst part of the whole thing was I get to the hospital with my mom. My face is all messed up. And the valet looks at me and my mom and goes, who's the patient? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And then I realized, like, maybe, some people are born that way. I don't think anybody was born like that. Like, seriously, it looked like I got beat in the face, like, bruised up. And she's like, who's the patient? Like, girl, call the police. It looks like I got hit in the face. But y'all are about to get hit in the face with some hilarious jokes from this next performer tonight. Put your hands together. Who's ready to hear from the very funny, very talented Hunter White, everybody, in-house photographer. Get on up here. Shaking it up. So good to see you. Good to see you.
Lee, how are you dressed in all blue but just seem gray? But you coordinate with the blue. You could add one pop of color. I know. Well, make different decisions. How we doing? Everyone here looks good. You all look like you're going out after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving. And I'm just here tired. I'm depressed. Yeah. Anyone else depressed? Thank you. Yeah. Remember when that used to mean something? You say I'm depressed 50 years ago, they might put you in a home. But you say you're depressed, now you get met with like, oh my God, I am so depressed and I'm anxious. Your tone, I don't think we are talking about the same thing. But it's fine. I'm not like sad. I'm not everything's relatively fine. I'm just, depressed. I can't feel a lot of stuff. And like, I don't know, it's rough. But when I'm not depressed, little annoying. I'm a bit much for people. I get it. I understand. Y'all are sad. Wake up. It's all good. Right? But I get it. I'm self-aware because you'll be going about your day. Then you'll just see me on the street corner like, oh my God, the sun is out. Look how pretty it is. The trees. Look at the pretty trees. Let's see. You agree. A little annoying, right? So, it's okay. We're rolling with it. I started messing around with an ex of mine. Yeah, I've been sucking on them all day. Cigarettes. I'm ruining my life in another way. I woke up this morning like half asleep and was out of nicotine pouches. So I was like, I'm gonna taper down. I don't know if it was a good idea or if I ruined everything. But cigarettes are weird because with other drugs, there's like an objective, definitive high. right? Like cocaine, I feel good and somehow talk quicker. But cigarettes, like what is, like I feel good for 2 puffs and then I'm like nauseous for 12 minutes and then I feel a little relaxed and maybe my feet feel tingly. And also only sometimes relaxed. I don't know, maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I did a little traveling recently. I'm reconnecting to my roots. I'm from Georgia, so I was reconnected to my southern roots. I went to Walmart. That's it. I realized after going to Walmart, I have no interest in a Target whatsoever. Like their cute ads, nah. I'll take like totalitarian, dystopian warehouse vibes of Walmart. Cause like Target feels like they're super nice, but then they go bully you on Snapchat. But like Walmart feels like they'll just call you a slur like to your face. Right? Like, come on inside, queer. Look at all the prices we roll them back. They ain't the only thing we trying to roll back. I don't know. This isn't going to be a long set tonight. I believe sex work is work. Yep. There's my woke moment. So I believe paying for OnlyFans is like the only ethical way to masturbate. I think of OnlyFans the same way I think of like Native American casinos and also the farmer's market. Buy and support local. You know what I mean? I'm in my poverty chic era. You know you're broke when you just start eating ingredients. Right? Well-balanced breakfast? No. How about like half a bag of walnuts and some tuna for breakfast? Because I'm doing great. I've been broke for a while, and I went through a breakup when I was broke. Yeah, that was rough. But like looking back, I think it was like kind of a blessing because I couldn't like pay money to distract myself. I had to like sit with the feelings, right? Like I couldn't search for peace at like a nightclub or on like a vision quest to a Nevada brothel. Had to like be here. Like my credit is not in the place where I can just Klarna a VR headset and dissolve into an erotic void at night. I gotta work on reality. Gotta do the things I've always wanted to do. That's what people tell you, like to get out there, achieve your dreams. So I thought of a few. The first is I'm gonna go skydiving because I've always wanted to do it and she would hate it, so why not now? The next is I'm gonna go to the last Blockbuster. It's up in Bend, Oregon. I'm gonna get a t-shirt and a hat and a picture. It's a fun idea, like an inner child exercise. But my big dream, the dream I have had my whole life since I was like 11 years old, is I'm gonna go to a place in Sonoma, California, where photographer Charles O. Rear took a photograph that in the early 2000s became known as Bliss, otherwise known as the Windows XP wallpaper. Like the field, you know what I'm talking about? Like that's all I want to do. I want to go to there like forever, right? I don't know why, it's just I'm drawn to it. My big dream, comedy wallpaper, right? Like what? Like that's all I want in life. And you know what my ex's big dream was? Buying a home. Different people, oil and water. Maybe you know why it didn't work out. I'll leave you on this. You find yourself asking, this is a weird thing to end on, but it's a fun joke. You find yourself asking weird questions when you go through a breakup, like really assessing who you are. And I had a weird moment, like 2 days after the breakup, I was in a hostel because my life was going swell. And there was a mirror, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, oh shit, hold on a second. Am I gay enough for a glory hole? Like, I've never felt like romantic or sexual attraction towards another man, but like specific type of lonely. Like, I could close my eyes and roll those dice. Right? Like, I heard it could be a woman. Maybe it's a wizard. Who knows? All right, you guys have been fun. My name is Hunter White. You can find me on the internet at My Name is Hunter. Anywhere else? No. Happy Thanksgiving.
Go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. The night's still young. I love this guy. He's a big part of the LASD family. Put your hands together. for the very funny Billy Ramirez, everybody, middle-aged muchacho! Woo!
¿Qué pasa, familia? Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes in Manic Monday. I don't know. I like to open up in Spanish every now and then because I look like I might not be able to do it, and it's fun. It's fun feeling like an undercover Latino these days because I look far more likely to be mistaken for ICE than to be taken by ICE. And also, I started talking at the end of my breath, and I'm about to die. So, you ever... Yeah, that's a rookie mistake. I was like at the end of my breath, and I was like, oh, geez, I started talking. Hold on, give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves so I don't die. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell by the anything. I am first-generation Mexican-American. ¿Qué pasa, familia? Órale. Nah, I'm just kidding. You know. If I could do that whistle, that cool-ass whistle, everywhere I'd go would sound like an aviary. Fine, a bird store, you know, we'll go, órale, whatever. But as a first-generation Mexican-American, I struggled with confidence and anxiety issues my entire life. And thanks to comedy, I think I figured out exactly why that is. I think it's because I was raised under the rule of la chancla. If you're not familiar with what la chancla is, what? Oh, I was like, you want me to keep going? I just started, dude. Like, like stretch for time. Like, what? Anyways, yeah. Come in, dude. Is he? Anyways, yeah, la chancla. Yeah, so I'm looking over there because, yeah, I don't know, the chancla might be flying at me. I'm scared. And I'm, you know, actually, like literally the sound of opening doors, like would scare me because like anytime my dad was locked in his room, like that was the only time I had peace. So like the sound of an opening door to this day is still like, you know, anyways. But yeah, so I was raised under the rule of la chancla, and like if you're not familiar, it's a piece of footwear like a sandal that some mothers also like to use as a disciplinary device. And my mom was lethal with it. Like she could do the classics, the up close classics, like, you know, the backhand to the backside and the front hand to the face, you know, tried and true classics. But more frightening than that, she could deploy la chancla long range. Okay, so if I was in my room playing Super Mario Kart, just owning with Koopa Troopa, my favorite, and whatever offense she invented in her head, you know, that she thought I might be screwing around, you know, all of a sudden from around the corner, come a chancla, smack me upside the head, and then it would somehow return to her. And I don't know how she ever figured out how to boomerang a chancla, because as far as I know, she never went to Australia or even met an Australian, but somehow she managed to turn herself into Chancla Dundee. I don't know if anyone still remembers that movie. Like, you call that a chancla? This is a chancla. But my mom did she and my dad, they did their best. You know, I don't think anyone wants to hear about some, you know, middle-aged man complaining about his parents. But at the same time, there's a middle-aged man here trying to do some stand-up comedy. So it's clearly something went off the rails at some point. And like my parents, they did their best, but at some, you know, like somebody's best could be a C-, okay? And sometimes when I'm hanging out in my not house or just lying in bed completely alone or reviewing my portfolio, which is nothing more than an old trapper keeper full of coupons, like I wonder what heights could I have reached if I had taken fewer chanclasos growing up, fewer chancla smacks, you know? By the way, chancla smacks are part of a delicious, nutritious Latino breakfast. You can find chancla smacks in the cereal aisle next to Special Que Pasa Cabron and Honey Nut Pendejos, you know. See, that's kind of clever. Maybe I could have been like a VP of marketing at some Fortune 500 company with one of those KY 401s or whatever it's called. I don't know, whatever. But instead, I've got 4 different side hustles going on right now. One of which is doing moving work, which is nice because it brings in money. And also, sometimes I don't feel Mexican enough. So it's nice to do some manual labor every now and then. And then plus with ICE running around, I could easily pick up a shift in front of Home Depot. I see that volada, tú sabes. Anyways, and then like, yeah, those moving gigs take me all over LA, so I get to stare at all these billboards all over the city, and, you know, like at least lawyer billboards. Like maybe I could have been a successful LA bilingual lawyer, you know, with, you know, the bilingual billboards. Like, did you slip on a churro at Disneyland? Call me. Te partiste la madre con un pinche churro en Disneylandia. Llámame, you know. I don't know if any single digits are still available. You know, llámame 1111111. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be a lawyer in this life or any life. But in any case, in LA, though, a city that's designed to basically just shatter your ego and just break you down. Every now and then, though, I do get to feel confident, and that's whenever I walk into a Mexican restaurant, a taqueria. Like, for example, because whenever I hear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichangas, or something like that. By the way, it's a tragedy that the actor Eric Estrada and the singer Celia Cruz never teamed up for anything. They could add a show called Chips and Salsa. All right, that one's on the house. But when I hear someone order in that funky way, and then it's my turn to order, I just cannot resist going overboard and basically start auditioning for telenovela that nobody's shooting. Just all of a sudden, like I get good posture. I can temporarily grow a mustache, and just my voice gets deep. ¿Qué tal, preciosa? En este momento, it could be a dude. I don't care. Señor preciosa, belleza. En este momento, yo deseo 3 tacos de carne asada, 2 churros y una Fanta. Gracias, por favor. Muy amable. Buen provecho. Que Dios te bendiga. Then when I'm feeling extra confident, I'll throw in some bonus words like. Agujeta, crepúsculo, ferrocarril, and that only means shoelace, Twilight Railroad, and that's just dumb. So, and also I have this face and overall demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent español, and in return I'll get a, okay, so you want to eat the, fine, Jose, I'll also have that green whack-a-mole, whatever it's called. I know what it is, but it really doesn't matter where or when I hablo español, because whenever I do, I go completely overboard. I basically turn into one of those Latino reporters you see on the news. I don't know if anyone still watches the local news, but if you do, pay attention to any reporter whose last name ends in EZ. And there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take any and every opportunity to celebrate the rich cultural tapestry of the Spanish language. And that's how I hablo español, like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment. Something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect, reporting live from Rancho Santa Margarita. This is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero más chingón, tú sabes, way, for ABC 7 News. Back to you, Nancy. Thank you. How much time do I have? Like 2 and a half, huh, what? 2 minutes? All right, let's see. I had some bric-a-brac here that I want to try. Maybe, I don't know. All these are... all right, let's try this one. Again, let's revisit this one. I tried it before. I don't know. Might delete it. I've been rewatching The Office lately. And I don't know why, because I hate everyone on that show. Seriously, like it just like Kevin and Michael make me want to say the R word, and Phyllis and Angela make me want to say the B word, and Stanley makes me want to relate to his grumpy ass because he's got to put up with all these R's and B's, It's just, anyways, thank you. That's my office joke. Anyways, thank you very much. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at billyramirez.com, on Instagram and TikTok at middle-aged muchacho. Please welcome back to the stage our comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman.
Give it over, Billy, everybody. Ooh. Okay, come on in. Everyone good? Middle-aged muchacho, everybody. Billy can do your website. He can do a lot of things for you. He's not going to advertise himself. I'm going to have to do it for it. Stop. We have a headliner for our live show, but I have some special guests here with me tonight. Can we put our hands together for friends who come out and support us doing our freak shit? Everybody! If any of them would like to come up and introduce themselves, talk a little bit about their life or nobody? Okay. Speak now. It's like at a wedding when you're like, any objections? Okay, well, in that case, everybody, I'm so excited for this guy to be here tonight. I love his comedy. Put your hands together for the very funny Brennan Weeks! Let's go!
Keep it going for Sam, everybody. Yeah. All right. How we doing, LA School of Comedy? Yeah. All right. Welcome. How you doing? All right. Okay. So, I was screaming a little bit earlier about America and shit like that. Hope I didn't set anybody off, right? Right. I am a liberal socialist, right? Yeah. No, you could say leftist socialist, all right? You could say communist, This dick is for everybody, right? No. Okay. I don't know, man. I got to get this off my chest. And I'm not good with money. I'm not good with money at all. And it's interesting because, like, the days that I don't have money, right, I don't spend any money, right? But as soon as I have some money, I'm going to spend that money, right? And this past week, I was doing good. I didn't spend any money. Last week, though, I spent about $124, right? And so I decided this week that I was going to treat myself, right? I don't know how you guys go about treating yourselves, but I wanted a massage. Okay? All right? Okay? Like supporting most small businesses, I like to stay local, right? And I live off Crenshaw. Okay? 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 That's you who are projecting, not me. I live there, okay? So I show up, it's around the corner from my house, okay? And I show up to this, it just says massage on the front. All right? And I should have known better, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I should have known better. Because I walk in, it smells like taint. Let's be real. Let's just set in the scene, all right? Asian tapestry on the wall, smells like taint, okay? Okay. I should have walked out right then. But I got to support my local community, okay? And look, she was like $60 right there. You know, and I said to myself, you know, my shoulders hurt, right? My shoulders hurt. I've wanted this. Let me see where this goes, okay? Okay? And go in, and as I'm walking in, she's like, take everything off. And I go, okay, like, look, maybe it's because of my childhood, okay? But when an older woman tells you anything in that tone of voice, you usually do it, okay? So I go in, I strip down, and I lay on the bed, right? She comes in, right? And I'll save you the details. It was the worst massage I've ever gotten, okay? The worst. I could feel her doing the moves 10 at a time, right? And, like, as soon as you get the rhythm in your head, you're like, this bitch is not even putting in the effort, you know? Like, if I'm here for a fucking massage, give me the massage, right? And she's like, flip over, right? That thing, okay? So I flip over. And then she starts doing bits. She starts doing jokes. She points to my dick. She goes, ooh, it's cold, right? And I'm like, she's like, you want? You want? And I'm like, can we just finish the massage, please? Can we just finish the massage? I'm looking at her. And then, okay, look, it gets worse, all right? Because she keeps going. And she does that thing. And I don't know if you've ever been in a massage parlor, right? But they always move the energy towards your fucking dick, all right? That's what they do. I don't know what it's like for women in massage parlors. I'm pretty sure you guys don't get sexually harassed by older Chinese women. But that's what this is, okay? So she's massaging inside. And obviously I get a boner, okay? I get a boner, all right? And then she keeps doing bits. She stops and goes, oh! Like, it's a surprise for her, too. She held out her tiny little Asian hand. My dick is bigger than her hand. All right, let's give that some credit. All right, thank you, guys. So much. My dick is bigger than her hand. She's a really tiny woman, but my dick was bigger. So I just let her do it, all right? I just let her do it. To be fair, all I did during that time was I was thinking about my exes, which is worse. This is worse. I was reliving all the good moments, though, right? Did anybody do that? Like, you know. You ever masturbate to your exes? No? Like you have some dignity. You have your arms crossed like I'm offending you at church. You better stop it. This just happened. Look. All right. So afterwards, right, I leave, and she's like, no, you have to tip, right? Like, I just didn't have to go through that whole thing. And I'm like, fine, whatever, just take it. It's another $60. All I'm saying is I spent $124 again for the second week in a row. And that sucks. How much time was that?
6:30.
Cool. I'm gonna trim it. I'll trim it down, but I'm gonna keep it somehow. You see the roundup with everything, and okay, maybe it's just I need therapy. That's what that's what I need. I'm half black and half white. For the longest time, when I was a kid, I thought it was Milano, like the cookie. Right. So when people are like, you know, telling like you're black on the outside, white on the inside, I was like, nah, I'm beige on the outside and black on the inside. That's what I am. That's what I am. I'm sorry I was late. I was also a couple minutes late here. Yeah. I don't know. The freeways, I used to think that the freeways were so evil, you know, like displacing communities and, you know, the big oil, big gas, big car lobbies, you know, destruction of the environment. But I missed 2 exits, and it took me 20 minutes to backtrack here. I just want this whole fucking city to be a freeway at this point. At this point. Are you guys still reeling from the hand job story? Because we could loosen up, too, you know. Remember, he said sex work is real work, all right? And you guys support it until you hear somebody else talk about being a customer, all right? I'm dressed like I have a 401k. I have to avoid the 304s, if you know what I mean. All right. All right. That's nice when you have a joke in the back pocket. All right. I'm doing a show. Wait, let's see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I don't know, man. Thinking about jerking off and all that other stuff. You ever think about, like, your parents masturbated? You ever think about that? No. I found out my parents did in the weirdest way. My mom had pictures of Russell Crowe underneath her bed. And I never knew why until I was older, right? My mom was masturbating to the Master and Commander, if you know what I mean. She's getting her shit cracked to Gladiator. All right. One of the worst things was I found one of her vibrators, right? I used to call it the head clacker. Me and my brother used to call it the head clacker because you could put it on our foreheads and it would make your teeth chatter. I'm like, you're going to use the head clacker? He was like, yeah, I'm going to go use the head clacker. We never told her. It's funny. And she died of cancer of last year. Thanks, guys. Bye. All right. No problem.
Okay, guys, keep it going for Brennan. Keep it going for Brennan. I'll just say one joke because my friend came. You guys would do the same, right? Wouldn't you? Talking about sex and masturbation. Is everyone okay? I just said that was everyone fine? My 7th grade health teacher was not. He had to get a girl from Planned Parenthood to come in. And I'm like, that is fucking crazy. Well, I'll tell you guys this story. So many of you have heard this story, but okay, and it ties back. This is something I worked on with Sunda in my first comedy class when my hair was this long and it was bright blue. So there was one time when I was at my best friend's house, who obviously my parents hated because we were hardcore drug users. We were, it's like hard to even talk about. It was marijuana. We were smoking weed. It was not a big deal, Mom. Like, please. It's not like I was vaping. I was also vaping. It's not like I was trying to buy pills off Snapchat. Okay, anyways. But basically, I get this text from my dad. It's the kind of text that you need to click on to read more. And it says Samantha. Like, I'm named after a Sam. Like, it's like a hard antha. Like, Samantha. Your mother. Never heard that word before. We're not British, like, you know what I mean? Your mother has found some hardcore porn on your computer. And I've never seen her this upset. I'm like, you and I both wish that was true. Like, you get her more upset every day. Come on. Yeah, it's chemistry. You guys are married both, so you push it. Like, come on, please. I'm not the problem. So I call my mom without thinking, and I ask her the first question that's in all your heads. What were you doing on my computer? What were you doing on my computer? She said, it was falling. It was falling. It was falling, and then you pressed play, and then you took notes, and you put on the airplane. You and Dad acted it out, and then you fucking put this text into ChatGPT just to like, what do you mean it was falling? So you're probably like, what was the porn? Clap if you want to hear what the porn was. It wasn't OnlyFans. I'm sorry. I didn't have that. I was a kid. I didn't have the. All I could do was press yes, I'm 18 or older. You know what I mean? I couldn't put it on the credit card. It was 2 tabs open. One said how to give a good blowjob, and the other one said how to suck good cock. Right, and it's like you grow up and you look back and you're like, I understand like why she was upset. Like the grammar was off. I should have said how to suck cock well, and for that I am truly sorry. And then my mom just said to me on the phone, she was like, Samantha, again with the Samantha Jean, is this what you want to do with your life? And I said, if this is what I want to do with my life, I wouldn't be looking at how to, okay? My friends have been doing this for their whole life. I love you guys. It was such a beautiful night. We're going to end the live stream here. We do have one final performer for those of you who got here in person. Put your hands together for Cindy Kroonquist, the LA School of Comedy, Jen, Billy, to Friendship, to Thanksgiving, and freedom of speech. Damn, I'm abusing it. I'm abusing that freedom of speech. I need it. Okay. Good night, everybody.